Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of BeawCast. This episode is brought to you by
Clutter, Away, and ShipStation, and I'll get into it in a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so for today's episode, I want to talk about something that's very new to my life, kind of an epiphany that I had. So to kind of catch everyone up, we just purchased a home, and this house is significantly bigger than the one that we previously purchased.
It's like almost 3 times bigger.
Yeah. So
It's fucking sick.
yeah, it's really, really sick. So while we were trying to close escrow, and that's like when all the paperwork and stuff gets done, it kind of happened in the middle of, so escrow was happening while we were away in Japan. And for those of you that don't know, we brought our 1-year-old with us to Japan, and that was, how would you explain that?
Stressful.
Very stressful. Yeah, it was hard. It was really hard.
So it's like a double stressful period. If you guys have never been through escrow, it's like it could be anywhere from a week to 4 weeks. Ours ended up being 2 months because of like some VA loan complications. But it's this process where they got to make sure you have the funds. The loan is willing, the mortgage or lender company is willing to give you the loan for the house. And then the seller has to make sure everything gets approved and it is worth how much they're trying to sell. So there's like all these parties making sure it gets involved. So it's almost like everyone puts their terms on the table and then they slowly double check. And because there's so many things to check off, it's so easy for anything to fall through. And we're going through 2 layers of stressfulness. One, being away in Japan, and only through hearsay are we figuring out how escrow is going.
Right. And something just to kind of put escrow into perspective and how like there's all these moving parts in different departments and just different kind of lender, owner, builder, whatever. We bought a new property. This didn't have the property didn't have flooring, right? And I didn't even think that you can't close escrow without the floor being installed.
Oh yeah.
So little things like that. Like I was just like, oh, I'll pick the flooring, when I get back or whatever. And they're like, no, you don't understand. You have to pick the flooring yesterday.
Yeah.
Or else we can't close escrow. We're gonna have to charge you a fee, and then we're gonna start the whole month process all over. So it's shit like that, right? So okay. So since I've had this leave from JK and Barbell, just to kind of focus more on Taika Malaika, all of this kind of fell upon me. So since Papa's taking care of all like the business stuff, then I'm taking care of all the stuff at home. So it's all 100% me. So I'm taking care of Taika, taking care of the house stuff. And I don't realize it because I've talked about this in previous episodes about just how I don't understand what stress is. Like in a minority home, like mental health and stress is not something that's openly discussed. Like it's not something that we ever talk about. It's just get over it. Because I think our parents are more in like survival mode. So for them,
you suppress it. And also, I don't think a lot of minority homes, since you don't talk about it, they're not given the tools to digest it. So a lot of times, like for example, even like something as simple as love.
Yeah.
When I go try to hug my dad, he's just like, get off me.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to take it in,
Well, you know what you should take in right now? Some chapstick.
I fucking knew it, god damn it. Chapstick, sponsor me. I need some freaking things on my lips.
The funny thing though
What?
is that we have like 40 different kinds of chapstick at home that you buy yourself.
I have 3 of them in my backpack right now.
Then why are your lips so fucking, I'm going to call them ghost. You got ghost lips.
Because I don't have a mirror I'm staring at all day.
You don't have a mirror right now and you're doing a great job.
I know, but I don't know that I need it because it doesn't feel chapped.
What? Mm-hmm. Oh my God. For me, it's painful. All right. Well, this is my favorite.
Well, if it gets painful, then yeah, I'll put on some Vaseline or something. But I usually don't know that it's chapped.
Even around your mouth is all white right now.
God damn. Well, I did take a hot shower, so
okay,
pretty ashy.
Damn it! I got my keys in my pocket. That's so obnoxious. All right. So getting back to just
so you're in a very stressful period.
Yeah. So I don't recognize it. I don't know that I'm stressing out. I just know in my mind it's wow, I'm really fucking tired.
Yeah.
That's all I can tell myself. Wow, I'm really tired. And this tired feeling prevents me from being sweet with you or being extra soft with Taika or being, more patient with my mom. It's more like, oh, I'm just so tired. But I'm like trying to like push through and like get everything done. So in doing that, you keep getting hurt in the process.
Yeah, because pretty much she's been treating me
bitch.
a fucking bitch. She's been a fucking bitch to me this whole fucking like last couple weeks. And
It's been weeks?
It's been
Damn
a couple
it. I'm
weeks.
so sorry.
Yeah, it's been. I mean, in Japan, they're really good. Like we had hella good team effort, and I think it was only dealing with one layer of stress.
Yeah.
But I think after coming home, the same thing that I hear on repeat, it's like, God damn, fuck it, Japan fucked us over. Japan fucked us over. Japan fucked us over. So I think in your mind, there's a lot of regret of going to Japan.
Oh my God, there was.
Or there's like, it's like the schedule is just like the worst timing possible, and it really affected closing escrow and coming back. And we don't have blinds. If you guys watch our vlogs, we have a freaking dope ass pad with trash bags on the windows, try to block the light out so we could finally sleep. So
Because Japan fucked me up.
Yeah, so I just hear this constant complaining.
I'm so
and
sorry.
And then that also went into like, I don't mind if you vent or if you complain.
That's me venting and complaining. That's a lot.
Which I don't mind. I don't even mind that.
Oh, you're so sweet.
It's when it goes into like, hey, babe, you want some water? And you just get ice cubes and throw it on my face. Then I'm like, oh, shit.
Wait. I didn't do that.
You didn't do that. I'm just doing it metaphorically.
Don't. Just do what I would say.
You just give me really short.
What? I look dry to you, motherfucker?
No, like short, snappy answers, and then I'll be like, you'll be like, hey babe, you want dinner? I'm trying to be sweet because I can tell you're stressed out. I'm like, hey babe, you want dinner? Like, yeah, just order anything. And then I'm like, okay, cool.
What a fucking
I'm like, really? I can order anything? And you're like, yeah, just get out of my face. So I'll go.
I say get out of my face.
Something along those lines.
I don't take it out of my face.
Hey babe, I'm gonna order this. She's like, ugh. And I'm like, fuck, I can't do it. I'm like, hey, babe, can you just order? And no, you just fucking order. I'm like, babe, everything I'm
not
choosing.
cussing. You're making me sound way worse. Keep it true. Okay. I know that's how you're perceiving it.
Yeah, but something like, it's something like, well, the way I perceive it, fucking bitch, you go fucking order. That's how I'm perceiving it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just, everything is just like super, just really snappy. There's no tenderness, and even the things that are supposed to be tender, it just feels like feels cold at home.
I'm sorry. Okay, so this is an epiphany I had, right? So I keep acting this way, like you said, for the past couple weeks, and then Bart goes, God, do you even like? He doesn't even snap back. That's what's so dope about you. You try to get to the bottom of it immediately. Like, I don't know how you do this, but you're able to remove your feelings, and then you just focus on the logical stuff of like, okay, wait, this is a problem. We got to get to the root of the problem. We got to fix this fucking problem. And then once it's fixed, then you can go into, okay, let's mend my emotions. And then you become Little Spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you become like this soft little puppy.
Well, it's because like, usually when we talk, we're pretty equals. And then it started to feel very like patronizing and condescending in tone.
Yeah.
Like I'll be like just simple questions like, hey babe, did you see the rollerblade? And if you didn't see the rollerblade, just say no. And you'll be like, oh. I'm like, oh shit, all right. If you haven't seen it, just it's a very yes or no.
Yeah.
Or can you please go find it?
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
Like
it doesn't.
You don't need a emotional fuck you before you give an answer.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, total fucking bitch.
Yeah.
But on my end, not to justify my bitch behavior because it's fucking horrible. But on my end, because I'm already stressed and I have so much shit going on in my head, that the simplest question that I'm like, oh my God, you can take care of this. Like, just surprise me. Like, if it's food, right? If I'm already in a stressed space, then it's like, just grab anything at this
Yeah, but I'm trying to consider you. I don't want to order like a plate of duck feet and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Right. I mean, but within the realm of what you know that I would consume. Do you know what I mean?
You don't even know what you would consume. That's how crazy it is.
What are my 4 favorite restaurants? Or not restaurants, but cuisines.
Korean?
Yep.
Japanese?
Yep.
Mexican?
Yep.
And Italian.
Yep.
And the other day I ordered udon and she's like, ugh, what is this sweet
bullshit.
udon?
Bullshit. It wasn't because of the udon. Like, the udon was bomb. But the
broth.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The restaurant was fucked up. It's not your fault.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's not your fault, though.
Man.
No.
No.
You're saying something
because you said Japanese is safe, and the minute I bring it to you, you fucking just pour it on the floor.
That has nothing to do with you because the restaurant just sucked ass. But I still ate it, and I was like, oh, okay. I gave you no shit.
But then shit came out of your mouth.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. You're like, ugh, this is so sweet. And then you gave it to Fawn and you're like, eat this. This is for dogs. I didn't give it.
Why do you keep fucking exaggerating?
And then you went on Yelp and you commented.
I'm already a bit.
And you commented, this is for fucking canines.
I was like, I'm like, I can't believe my fucking husband got me this shitty fucking Japanese food. No, you're painting me in a worse, like, I know I'm already a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
But now you made a piece of shit even more of a piece of shit. All right? I got some ego here, and I want to prevent looking like more of a piece. I didn't give it to Fawn.
My point is that's how hard it is to understand what you want, because when you name something, the minute I give you what you asked for, there's an immediate negative feedback.
Yeah.
That's what makes it hard for, like, I wish I could read your mind, but it's so fucking hard.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I get it. All right. So again, I'm not trying to justify it, but in a stressed state, I'm just like, these are some really like easy things. Can you just please handle it? Which it shouldn't even be like that. I should be able to talk to you. They are easy
if it's anyone else requesting it. But because you request it, like you're like, you know what? Yeah, just give me anything blue. And I buy you like a blue ruler, a navy ruler. You're like, oh, navy? When did I ever tell you navy? Funny? I'm like, you said blue. That goes from sky blue all the way to midnight blue. And I picked navy, which is kind of in the middle.
You know what's crazy about you, though? That surprises me till this day.
Yeah.
Maybe it is because you just don't know me. But, like, I'll tell you, get me candy.
No one knows you.
I go, get me whatever candy. And you bring me the shit that no one buys. Like, you bring me, what's that fucking, the Halloween candy that's in a...
candy corn?
Yeah. Like, you'll bring me that shit. And I'm like, when the fuck have I ever eaten candy fucking corn?
I didn't buy that by itself. I bought like 2 or 3 things because I'm scared of you. I'll get, if you want something blue, I get like sky blue, baby blue, and teal, just in case you're feeling kind of green.
But you know what you'll do? You'll get the Ross version of those fucking colors. No. And I'm like, baby, since when? Because you have like the flyest taste buds.
Thank you.
Like, you're fucking dope.
Thank you.
You know? And and like, look at what you're wearing right now. Like, you're wearing some like dope beige, like Nike joggers, some tight ass like Nike shoes, a Barbell Brigade shirt. Like, you look good.
Thank you.
But then the shit that you bring back to me, I'm like, what the fuck?
Because I'm scared. I don't know what you're in the mood for. So
I mean, give me the top notch of that at least.
Well, now I know you want the Haribo gummy bears.
Always.
Yeah, or those sour rope belt things.
Yes, finally, but not the fucking candy corn. Anyway, you're laughing because it's true.
That's really funny, yeah. I was panicking, you know that? It's when you task me to do something,
I know
I'm
what
like,
you're saying.
Fuck. It's literally like,
I know what you're saying.
If you give me a target to hit, and if I'm not Robin Hood where I shoot one arrow and the other arrow splits that arrow, you're wrong. Yeah. It can't even be like, if the bullseye is this big.
You're exactly the same way though.
If it's here or here, you're wrong. It has to be arrow, split that arrow, third arrow splits that arrow, constantly split.
You're the same way though. You're the same way. But this isn't about me talking shit about you, okay? This is about
us talking shit about you.
You know what? I think this is a great place for us to stop talking shit and start talking about some sponsors.
All right, fine. So today we got Clutter, which is a new sponsor.
I'm excited about this one. I want to hit this up like ASAP.
This is so freaking sick. So like I know one really popular Netflix documentary right now is the Marie Kondo, where it's like organize your life and not have clutter, right? So this is the name of this new company. It's called, well, I don't even know if it's new, but it's called Clutter. It's new to me. Mm-hmm. And what's super sick about this, it is the world's largest full service on-demand storage experience.
I don't even know what that means.
So what that means is, like, you know, when you're organizing things at home, there's the stuff that you use daily, stuff that you use maybe even hourly, or every meal, and then there's things you use weekly or monthly or whatever.
Yeah, like winter jackets. I like don't ever use that, and they take up so much of my fucking closet space.
Yeah, there's so much stuff, right? And then you're like, oh wait, I need more room. Well, actually, you just need to unclutter your clutter and keep that stuff organized. So what they do is, you take all that stuff that you're not going to use on the regular, you put it in a box, you let them know, they come pick it up, and they store it in a secure place.
Whoa.
And you're like, oh shoot, but what if I need my scuba fins?
It happens all the time.
Yeah, what do I need my scuba fins? Well, you let them know in 48 hours and they'll bring it back to you, and all the delivery and packing is free.
Whoa.
That's sick, right? And you're like, well, what if I give them like all my Pokemon cards? I don't know which ones I have. Well, they give you a photo inventory.
Oh, snaps.
Which is super dope. So I think it's very easy. It's extremely intuitive to use. So if you want to unclutter your space,
Yes.
check this out.
I could have used this when we were moving from like smaller space to smaller space to smaller space. Like students would totally benefit from this, or people that are like still transitioning in life and they're going like from job A to job B, or they're relocating all the time.
Yeah. Like when we moved to downtown, we're living in a residential home with a garage, and all of a sudden you minus that garage out and there goes all your storage space.
Yep.
So get $50 off your first month. This is a great sign-up bonus for all of our BeawCast listeners. And you sign up at clutter.com. That's clutter.com/Beaw, BEAW. This is no hassle moving, online inventory management, free pickup and delivery, and price match guarantee. Clutter.com/Beaw, BEAW. $50 off your first month. I highly, highly recommend this because now you just save pretty much money on rent. If you needed a bigger space, you don't necessarily have to if you're not going to use it on the regular.
I love this time that we live in right now where everything is accessible via phone. I love it. Like you send a text, boom, everything's at your fingertips.
Yeah.
So going back to how I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So I've been acting like a piece of shit for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until, when was it? Monday, the weekend? This weekend, I think.
Possibly just like last week.
Where you like walked up to me and you were like, Ma Bear, enough is enough. You keep breaking my heart. Like Papa Bear likes to speak in very exaggerated vocabulary. So he'll be like, you keep breaking my heart. I feel like you don't love me anymore.
You did break my heart, and I didn't feel like you didn't love me.
Fine. Which you should never question my love for you.
I'm not questioning it. You're showing me.
Oh, fuck. All right. Well, yeah. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Okay. So then you come up to me and you're just like, I feel like you don't love me. Like this has to change. And you were just completely fed up. And it was one of those fed ups where you don't even want to yell and you don't want to exert anything because you're so broken that you're just like at wit's end and like completely like exhausted.
And I'm also trying to work on my anger management problems, which I think I've been doing a really good job of.
Yes. You've been killing it. You haven't done anything crazy.
I haven't even raised my voice in like a year.
Yeah. Maybe even longer.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, so then you present me with that, right?
And that's hard. I'm more Korean than Koreans are.
I know.
Koreans, you guys know what I'm talking about.
The K-Ridge, yeah.
Yeah.
So then, I felt like a shitbag, right? But because I was still in the middle of it, like it did snap me out of it, but not immediately. Like it was just like oh shit. And like the stressed out part of me was like, it's just probably being sensitive. Okay, whatever. And then I was just trying to like make you feel better. But then that night I had this dream that we all went off-roading. This is crazy how like epiphanies come to me in dreams because that's how I started liking sushi via a dream.
I remember I told you I learned how to drive stick in a dream.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
It's weird. Dreams are weird places.
It is a weird place. What is it telling us? Okay. I should look into that and then we'll have another podcast on that.
But I also think there's this like subconscious urge for you to want to go off-roading, so I think we should do it very soon.
No, I don't think that's the point of the dream.
Fine.
Okay, so then we all went off-roading, right? And by we all, I don't know. You know when there's just people around and like in the dream, they're all familiar?
How do you say we all in Texas?
We all.
Y'all.
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 It depends what part of Texas.
Do y'all and wow want to go hang out?
Y'all want to come with Wall?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were off-roading. I was with familiar people. Nadim was in this stream. And then I went off-roading with you and I was having like the worst time of my fucking life. And you're like enjoying
it. Sounds
familiar. I know. It was just a dream of real life.
I know.
So then we're off-roading and I'm just with my fucking RBF, my resting bitch face, and I'm just not in it.
Capital letters.
But then I feel, yes, bold. And then I feel impact font. Yeah.
Underline.
Yeah.
Drop shadow.
Not italicized at all because it's not soft. The edges are very sharp.
Red too.
Yep. Are you fucking done?
Yes. Yes, I'm done.
Okay, so then in my dream, I know how important this off-roading is for you. So then I feel like an asshole and I'm like, hey, Papa, like, I'm not feeling this. Like, I feel bad. Like, you should ask someone else to ride with you. And you were already kind of really, really sad. But I said it in a way that like made you feel better. Where I was kind of like, I'm going to do it later. I'm not feeling really well. And you're like, oh, okay. So you're like, Nadim, come on in. And then, like at that time though, you weren't trying to to see what I was going through, so you weren't trying to make me feel better.
Oh, I see.
Like you were just like so into off-roading and being in that moment that you just weren't trying to see that some, like when I said I wasn't feeling better, like that didn't matter. Like you were just like, okay, well, just come on back when you're feeling better.
Yeah.
So I just felt like very alone.
Yeah.
And then in that very alone, instead of saying like, oh man, that hurt me, or hey, like I just said I don't feel good, can you help me feel better? Or just saying like, you know what I mean? Like me communicating to you that something's wrong.
Yeah.
Then I took it as I went into my immediate negative mode where I was like, oh, okay, well, fuck. You don't care about me? Well, let's see if you care about me then. And I started removing myself from the group. And then from that group, I went to like a coffee shop. Again, remember, this is a dream, so it's going to get fucking weird. So then I go to this coffee shop and I'm completely alone now. None of my friends are there. And I just see a bunch of strange people with like, they have their own relationships and they're having like the time of their life. And I'm like, fuck these people. So then I go and I'm like at this spa where there's like a bunch of girls and like everyone has like, it felt like a support system in there. It's like a girls' locker room or some shit. And I was just like, he'll see. So in my dream, I'm trying to punish you for not making me feel better.
Yeah.
Right? So then I'm there and I'm crying and I feel like shit because Bart didn't take care of me and Bart wasn't there for me. So then I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to go and be a bitch now. And I'm walking back to go meet up with you guys. And then you just finished off-roading and you're telling me about the time of your life that you had when I'm over here fucking crying, trying to teach you a lesson.
Yeah.
So again, this is a fucking dumb dream.
Yeah.
So I wake up and this is when the epiphany happens where I'm like, oh shit, me acting like a bitch is completely wrong. Want to change that. But me acting like a bitch is a way for me to get your 100% attention. And I was like, whoa, like, why do I have to act like such an asshole to get attention? Like, why can't I just say, I don't feel good right now?
Yeah. I mean, that's what kids do. A lot of kids that come from broken homes that they say where their parents are really busy.
Yeah.
The kids get positively reinforced because they don't get attention when they're getting good grades.
Yeah.
They just go, oh, good job. And then that's it. And the parents are busy.
Yeah.
But when the kids get suspended or have like meetings.
Yeah. Then there's that one-on-one attention. What can we do to focus on our kid? We got to make him better.
Yeah. So they don't know it consciously, but subconsciously there's like, it's getting rewarded. So they go, I got to get more and more and more trouble. Yeah.
I was never that kid to get in trouble like that. Was I? Maybe I was a black sheep, but I didn't get in trouble with school like that. But I think that's just something I've done my whole life. And I've never recognized it until after that dream. And then I texted you. And then what did I say?
You're very sweet. You're like, hey, I had a dream last night and I realized that I've been pretty mean to you. And then I think you're saying something like, from now on, you're going to try much harder to ask for tenderness or ask for me to be nice to you and attention rather than just being a bitch.
I think this is another moment for us to pause.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't want to be a bitch anymore.
All right. Our second sponsor is so cool. This is our first product placement sponsor, and it's by Away. So this is a new luggage company, and I am thoroughly impressed. So you guys know me. I like dope shit. And if you guys watch the vlogs for, was it Mother's Day? I bought Ma Bear a really sick ass luggage.
Yeah.
And this, for a fraction of the price, is comparable. So this is anodized aluminum inside, which is exactly what the other one is made out of. And if you feel the wheels, it's 360 wheels, and the bearings are very smooth.
Oh, yeah.
So like one thing that I look for in all bearings and wheels is a wiggle room. And there's very little wiggle room because the more it wiggles, the later on, like when you travel a lot, sand goes inside and that's what starts giving it that thing.
And I love the inside. Like, give me organization. I'm here for this.
So check it out. It has a TSA lock, which is super dope. And then
we know TSA is shady. I'm just kidding.
And then check out the inside. There's organizers, mesh pockets.
I love this.
There's I think a dirty laundry section.
Yeah.
There's a lot, and then even
there's
right here.
Pocket here.
Yeah, and even here there's I love grips that are rubberized because sometimes you're traveling, your hands are sweaty and they'll slip out. But it's a rubberized handle, and there's even charging ports. So in case when you're traveling,
amazing.
Sometimes you're on the plane and your juice runs out like crazy.
Because that's exactly what you do at the airport. So for those of you that don't haven't just traveled that much, I highly recommend if you're going somewhere where you don't need a lot of items with you, like a lot of shoes, a lot of clothes or whatever, I highly, highly, highly recommend a carry-on, which this is what you're staring at right now. Because it just makes the process of going to the airport, arriving, and leaving, like heading to your destination way faster. Because what happens when you check something in, which they do have check-in sizes too. So Away has a bunch of different luggages, different sizes, different for all your different needs. But I love carry-ons because like the process is easy. You go in, you don't have to check anything in. You bring it on the airplane with you on the overhead, and then once you're done, then you just walk on out.
Because sometimes the airlines lose your luggage too. It's happened to me where I have to do an emergency trip and buy the most ridiculous clothes. But here are some key features that I want to tell you guys. Suitcases have limited lifetime warranty. So if you break anything, they'll fix pretty much all of it. And this part is really cool. There's a 100-day free trial on everything that Away makes.
I love that.
So if you don't even take my word for it, just go and get it, test it out for 100 days, throw your books in there and take it to class if you want to, roll it around and see if you really do fall in love with it. And it's free shipping on any order within US, Europe, and Australia. And you can even get it offline. They have some stores. There's one in New York, Austin, LA, San Francisco, Boston, Chicago, and London. So make sure you go check that out. And because you're a listener at BeawCast, you get $20 off a suitcase. Visit awaytravel.com/Beaw, BEAW, and use the code BEAW, BEAW, at checkout. So I would highly, highly recommend it. When I look at luggage, because I've traveled so much already, I know exactly the features that are really important, and they covered it. So I really like it. Make sure you go to awaytravel.com/Beaw, BEAW.
Yay. Okay, so going back to just what I was telling you. How did that give me some feedback?
So that made me feel really good because then you're actually introspective and trying to figure out how you hurt my feelings. And I know you think that I'm being real extra sensitive when I'm saying
no, that's just in stressed out mode. I think that, not like in general.
I see. Yeah. I wasn't because you know how
clearly you weren't because you let it happen for weeks.
Yeah, because when when you're with someone or friends or family, there's certain expectations. Like my dad can expect that I won't punch him in the face. Right. Right. He can expect if we're eating omelets, I'm not gonna reach over and fucking stick my finger in his nose. And if I fucking reach over and I just slap him across the face,
Taika has fucking none of that.
He doesn't have it, but if I do that, my dad will go, "Wait, do you not love me anymore?" And then so I think within the realm of expectation for you. You were stepping a lot outside of it during those couple of weeks. So that's why it made me feel wait, do you not love me anymore? Why are you, because you've never disrespected me. My parents would
never say you do not love me anymore. It's such an extreme thing.
Maybe your parents are animals and you guys don't have a set behavior.
No, I think because they know that the love's always there. I'll talk, I know that I just know the love is always there. We're just being assholes.
Oh, okay. That's way different.
Yeah.
So because the way I grew up, if you love something, you do this. There's a certain set of decorum that you abide by, right?
Yeah.
If I swear my sword to you, I will never stab you in the back. You can expect that to never happen.
Yeah.
It's weird to go, I swear my sword to you, and someone stabs you.
No, we would never stab each other in the back.
He's just an asshole right now.
No, we would
but he's still sworn to me.
No, we would never stab each other in the back.
But that's a figure of speech. So when the way I grew up, if you swear something, which is what love is, it's like a agreed upon promise. You don't do anything outside of this.
Yeah.
So when you start doing things outside of this, if you're an asshole to someone you love, you don't really love them anymore.
Yeah.
So when you're disrespecting me and you're being an asshole to me, I was like, oh shit. And I know sometimes you get emotional, and I know you didn't grow up the way that I grew up, so I can't place those expectations on you. But we've been together long enough where you should also know how I need to receive it.
Yeah.
So I was just waiting for it to blow off, and he just disrespected me day after day after day. And I'm like, oh shit, this is getting out of hand. Does she see me differently? Does she not love me? Does she not see me as an equal anymore? Am I a second class being to you?
Yeah. Did you say bean?
Being.
Oh, that's cute.
So
I picture a little bean.
Fine. So that's why I had to bring it up because I was getting really sad. I'm like, why? If you love something, because I've never disrespected you like that.
Yeah.
And the way that you treated me, I've never treated you. And then although you go, oh, you're not expressive, because I'm not, because I grew up really Asian. A lot of it is because I love you. If I'm mad or I'm pissed and there's hurtful things that are gonna come out, I have to shield you from it because I love you. Like I wouldn't stab you with these emotional swords, you know?
Yeah.
So when you have disregard for me and you do stab me in the back with all these emotional daggers, I'm like, wait, I thought you swore your love to me.
Yeah. You know what's crazy though? So a couple things. The first one is when I'm in that state, which now I recognize. So I will be better at refraining from being such an asshole for so long. Like I might still like slip up here and there, but now I recognize it.
Which is really good.
Yeah. But in that moment, I'm tripping on you because I'm just like, wait, why is he being so sensitive? Like we can always kid or we can always do this. Like why, like that's crazy how like I would blame you. And I'm like, why is he tripping? Since when does he trip this hard? And that's how I was able to like continue my behavior because I was never really reflecting.
Self-aware.
That I was never self-aware, never reflecting. And then I just didn't respect your, just your thoughts, I guess. Like I just wasn't respecting it. Like I wasn't like, whoa, Bart is usually, you know, pretty level-headed. The fact that he's saying this, like I didn't want to think about all that. I think I was just being lazy.
Yeah. You just weren't getting my back.
Yeah, I think I was being lazy.
Which just means you're being lazy because you're not thinking for me anymore.
But then on the flip, right? So that's the first crazy. The second crazy is it's all perspective too. Because like you'll say like, oh, I'll never, you know, I'll refrain from saying these things because I want to shield you from them because I love you. But then there's things that you do say that I'm like, whoa, that shit was hurtful. But it's hurtful because it's either something that I'm insecure about or, well, mainly it's something I'm insecure about. And then you'll make fun of that. And I'm like, what the hell? I just told you.
Well, intention matters a lot too, right?
Right.
So like if I'm saying something, like if we're in the middle of a fight and you just cut me and then now I say something that's one of your insecurities, then you know what the intention is behind that. That's fucking childish. Yeah, that's fucked up. And in that moment, I didn't love you anymore. Yeah. Because I needed to hurt you. The feeling of me wanting to feel good is more important than me protecting you at that moment, right? But if we're messing around and I say something and you can tell my intentions aren't that, then I just messed up or I'm just goofing around, then you could tell me about it too. Like, hey, that was one of my insecurities and it hurt my feelings.
Yeah. I've told you. Sometimes you forget.
Yeah. But you could just keep telling me over and over. Because I think for me, if someone messes up accidentally 10,000 times, it's frustrating, but it's hard for me to get emotionally hurt by it. But when someone intentionally cuts me twice, that shit hurts like crazy because I know they were intentionally trying to do it.
Yeah, that's so true.
Because some people are just the R word, you know? They're just dumb as fuck in a certain area and they just keep doing it over. Like, how many of our friends have been late for like the past 15 years and we've told them, everyone's waiting for an hour. This time, this wedding is that important. Please come to this thing. Or we're trying to hold a surprise party. It'd be nice if you showed up before then no matter what you say. But because I know they're that retarded that that I'm just like, all right, like they're not trying to do that, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think I was able to even get to this space because like we've been so good. So I was able to that's how little issues we have now compared to the past.
Yeah.
Because if like compared to the past, all that shit that we were going through and we fucking hated each other, and then adding this in there, like there's no fucking way I'm uncovering that shit. There's just too many other things that I'm like, fuck you, I hate you.
Yeah. So I'm really happy too. That means you are in a good place for you to even take the time and think about your actions.
Yeah, we've come a long way.
We have.
Because I talk to friends and stuff, and like acquaintances and whatnot, and even like messages from like you guys, like I'll get DMs and stuff and like, this is where my life is and my relationship and I don't know how to change that and I don't know what to do. And I'm like, oh shit. Like this is like some real shit.
Yeah. I think all of us have some layer of what you experienced where there's this outwardly layer that causes them to act a certain way that's not pleasant. And I always feel like there's a subconscious driver behind it. So like even with our friends that are couples where they're like bickering about something stupid like a toilet seat or something.
Yeah, it's never that toilet seat.
It's never that toilet seat. It's never really, oh, you don't like my pants. It's never really that. It's like, what's the deep thing? Here's
like some meathead analogy. It's kind of like when you have a tight muscle, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh man, like my shoulder hurts. And it's like, well, if it's not tore or anything, it's probably not your shoulder. It's probably coming from the middle of your back or something.
Yeah.
Because that's like where the issue is.
Yeah, where the real issue is. And I think for us, it's cool that now we're in a place where we can see, oh, okay, the reason why she's being mean to me is just because she's stressed out over the whole house thing, and we just traveled. So now she just has to be more aware of what she's doing.
Do you know when you're stressed? I feel like you're never anything outside of happy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cutie.
Like, I don't think I've
that
ever...
means I do a good job.
You do. And I'm like, cool, but I'm also like, hey, I don't know. I feel like, is that messing you up on the inside?
I am stressed, and I've told you.
Like, give me an example.
So, like, I think 2 or 3 years ago, we were going through some really hardcore shit.
2 or 3 fucking years ago? Mine happens every 2 to 3 hours. I'm stressed
I know,
right
but
now.
I'm telling you something that's like, so 2 or 3 years ago, we're going through some really hardcore shit internally with Barbell. And remember, I woke up like at 3 a.m. in the morning, breathing really hard, kind of having almost a panic attack, and I had anxiety. And I'm like, oh shit, like, dude, should I quit? Should we sell this? Like, that was pretty stressful.
But even when you say it, it didn't come out like that. It was just like you woke up. So it just seemed like you had a lot on your mind. And there's been so many times where you're just like, man, like, I didn't have good sleep. My mind was still working. So I thought it was one of those times.
No, I was shortness of breath, and my palms were sweaty, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
I didn't feel it like that at all.
I don't know if I could take this anymore.
No, you just woke up, and then you were just sitting there, and you were just like, I think we should sell Barbell. Like, that's how it came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, it was composed?
Yeah, it was very composed.
I felt out of control.
It felt like, when you presented that, it felt like you had been thinking about it for hours. And hours and hours and hours. And it was one of those nights that, like, your mind still kept working.
Yeah.
And you woke up with a solution.
I see.
So other than that, you don't remember another time you were stressed? Were you stressed in Japan?
Yeah. I mean, it's stressful, and Taika's going crazy and stuff. It's stressful.
Like what? Give me an example.
Like,
you're so good at fucking stone face.
Well, like, so.
Like, for me, my hair automatically just goes into a separate mode. Like for anyone that has curly wavy hair out there, like, if you go in somewhere where there's humidity, you already know your hair is fucking doing its own thing. Like, that's just with the emotion. Like, my hair fucking, like, everything gets fucked up. My makeup smears by itself. Like, my fucking buttons get all jacked up. Like, that's how you could tell I'm stressed.
Well, like, so, like, Taika has a regular schedule, right? And then so he wakes up like 6, 7 a.m., has a bottle, eats every 2 hours, changes diapers every 2 hours, and he's to go take a nap, and then the repeats, and then goes to sleep around 8:30. And I saw her butthole yawn again.
I just think it's so rude to have to do this. I forget.
This is better?
Okay, this is getting played out, okay? Just fine. Get over it. Okay. And I'll get over your dry ass lips.
Okay, it's not getting played out because it's new to me. I haven't really seen this. So he has a specific schedule. So when we're traveling, and we're awesome. So when we're traveling, and we got to take train to bus to train to plane to damn bars, and then you got to like figure out how to feed him, how to squeeze the food in, the naps in, and all that. It just, I'm like, oh, this is gonna throw him off. And when he gets thrown off, he's cranky. And the last thing I want is him to be that crying, fussy baby in a bus full of people. So like, it's really, really stressful. You know, you're just like, oh shit, what do I do? And I see you. I'm like, what can I do? Oh shit, we got like 4 bags. Okay, there's another bag over there. Let me go grab that. Oh, but we still got a vlog at the same time. Oh shoot, the milk is running out. Oh, I gotta go run to Family Mart and buy some milk. Oh, okay, cool. Has he eaten any? Oh wait, I'm hungry now. Oh shit, I gotta eat. You know, like, wait, is there even a high chair in these restaurants? Damn it, the Japanese,
you're such a good dad.
Japanese restaurants don't have any fucking goddamn high chairs. Goddamn, what the hell is he gonna do? You know, like, oh, she's going to sit on Ma Bear's lap. Then how Ma Bear going to eat? And I'm like, oh, I have an idea. I'll scarf this food down, and I'll take Taika so Ma Bear could at least finally eat later. Like, there's a million things going through my mind.
You know what I see on the outside?
What?
This is what I see on the outside. Then you're sitting there, and then you go, is he hungry? Do you want me to just go to Family Mart? No? Okay. Oh, here, I'll get that. Like, you're so composed. Whereas me, I'd be like... I don't know what to do. Well, I'm not that exaggerated, but you feel it.
I think one thing that I learned...
You just move fast. You just move with more, like, purpose. You're just like, boom, 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 boom. Like, that's all that changes.
Oh. I think one thing I learned through the Marine Corps and, like, all military teaches, which is pretty cool, is there's a saying. Have you heard this before? Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast.
Slow is smooth. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast.
Yes.
No, I don't know what that means.
So
Never
most
heard it.
people just try to be fast. And this is extremely evident on the range. Like if you're shooting, right? And like you got to hit like 4 targets or something, and you got to do certain reloads. If you go as fast as you can, you're like, bang, 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 bang. Oh, fuck, fuck. And you're like, time, 5 seconds, right? But then if you go slow, and you're just like, okay, boom, 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 reload, boom, 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 boom. And then you're like, what's the time? 3 seconds. And it's actually because by you staying calm, moving slower and smoother, you end up being faster.
Crazy. I taught myself that when I was in my 20s.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When I first moved out, I lived with 3 girls.
Yeah.
And there were, they one of them at least, she moved slower. And for me, when I'm stressed out, like I want to get shit done and I move frantically.
Yeah.
And then I remember this time that I was washing dishes, and every time I would wash a dish, because I'm trying to go so fast, I would always break dishes.
Yeah, you break
all
it.
the fucking time.
Yeah.
And then I would see her in a panic state, and then she would still just move slow as fuck. And I'm like, oh my God, that shit's fucking driving me crazy. But because I saw how slow she was moving, like everything was still getting done the exact same way.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, snaps. Okay, I'm just going to go slow and steady.
Yeah. Slow and smooth. Smooth
Crazy.
is fast. And then that got repeated like when I started doing scuba. Like there's all these things you have to do, untangle cords and stuff like that. And when you start going like that, your heart rate jumps up, and you can't fuck up when you're 50 feet underwater. But then when you do it slowly, it just happens way better. And so I think that having that understanding, when I do things, I just know, okay, if I am frantic or I panic, that's just wasted, exerted energy. What's the direct thing I need to get right now? Is it milk? Okay, let me go get the milk and try to bring it back. So I try to think of the goal, mission accomplishment. And then I also think one thing that really helps me out too is just working out. You know when you train your ass off and your lungs are pumping and you want to quit and you're sweating and then you're like, oh, this is so fucking painful. And at that moment, like I love those activities where in the moment you're so present that you don't remember you have a mortgage, taxes, kids, even a loved one. Like you're just in that moment.
You're trying not to die.
Yeah, whether it's basketball, volleyball, whatever, you're just in that moment. I have to get that ball. You're so fucking present that you know what actual stress is now. And then so like because of that, I think my stress management is pretty good because I train every day. So I know real stress is if you're getting punched in the face 20 times and there's nothing you can do about it because the guy's better than you. Or real stress is you're trying to bench 300 pounds and then you are like, oh shit, it's actually coming back down. Like, you know, like that's real stress.
I felt that stress too. But I still fucking get stressed.
I don't think so.
You don't think I felt that stressed?
No, I think if you went back.
Oh, I'd be even way more crazy.
If you went back and then like, let's say you start training your ass off just for even 30 minutes, Monday through Friday, you'll get so many wiggles out that I think you'll be so chill.
I don't need to get my wiggles out though.
I don't think you think you do, but.
What's a wiggle?
Wiggles is anything that can be potential stressors. So like, let's say you jack off right now, your sex drive after 5 minutes is gonna be so low. You know, like there's wiggles in everything. That doesn't
happen to me.
Then you didn't jack off hard enough.
Well, I think you're thinking in a guy's term, but it doesn't happen like that for me. I want to have more sex.
Oh, okay, cool. And let's say you did 20 times. You still want more sex?
Oh, no more.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So you just got to get enough of the wiggles out.
I gotcha.
Or you're hungry, you eat a big ass meal, you're not hungry anymore. So I think
that's a wiggle.
Yeah. So I think when you don't, when you don't purposely feed your stress stomach, it's going to look for stress in other areas. You know what I mean?
That's so true.
So that's why if you gotta feed the stress, you gotta give your brain like this Rubik's Cube, this puzzle. Because if you stay at home all day.
That's so true. And that's why people fucking gossip and they hate on people.
Yeah. Like
they got shit to do.
If you stay at home all fucking day and there's nothing, you probably start looking at cups and you're like, look at the fucking cup with that fucking stain. Why do they fucking make cups like that? I fucking hate this cup.
Or I probably just would buy new cups. I probably wouldn't hate the cup.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, oh my God, I need new cups. Oh my God, I need to paint this. But it's like, no, everything
Yeah,
looks
and then
really
you're like,
good.
fucking Amazon doesn't ship fast enough. Why isn't it here in an hour?
Oh my God.
You just start developing these problems because you're not feeding that extra stomach that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. But our last sponsor.
That was a good place to pause. Damn,
that?
I'm just gonna think about what you just said. That was some like, that was deep.
So my last or our last sponsor is ShipStation once again, and this time I was just checking out the website and the app and stuff just to see if there's any extra things that I can share with you guys. And this is what I thought was super, super cool. So if you guys don't know what ShipStation is, it's an interface where you can manage all your orders from all your stores and all that. And it's going to give you the best pricing, and it streamlines everything. We've talked about it so many times, from shipping out JK merch or managing Barbell Brigade, the e-commerce stuff, and it's a pain in the ass, right? But what's really cool about ShipStation that I found out is they have this app that you can check your orders and real time. And what's even cooler is you can actually compare rates across carriers real time.
Whoa.
So like, I got to ship this pallet of whatever.
Yeah.
You can get, 5 people, and I need it to be there at this time. Which one's the best rate? You click that one.
That's amazing.
That's super sick. And what's also really cool is that you can get real time interaction with customer service. So for us, because we built Barbell Brigade before all this technology, we actually have a customer service team. And we have to go through like a more convoluted way. With ShipStation, you can be like, if you want to be a one-man show, you can literally do it. There's so many things that you can do. You can prepare your day before you even get to your desk, answer customer questions, view shipment status, resend tracking confirmation emails, check pending orders, get rates for quotes, email a return label. You don't have to do copy and paste stuff anymore. You can generate scannable and end of day manifests. There's if you guys don't know what a manifest is, before you ship something, there's a piece of paper that lists everything that's in that box or pallet or container.
Like an invoice?
Yeah, kind of like an invoice, but it's just to keep track of the inventory of what's in this thing. That's so
amazing.
There's a ton of stuff.
Yeah, there's no reason why you guys like can't make money now. Like you can sell all your old stuff.
Yeah.
Like old clothes or shoes, old collector's item, whatever, and then go through ShipStation.
And they work with all the major carriers, USPS, FedEx, UPS, even Amazon fulfillment. So it doesn't matter where you're selling, if it's Amazon, Etsy, whatever, it all integrates perfectly. And you could try ShipStation for free for 60 days right now if you use the promo code BEAW, BEAW. So just visit ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, click and type BEAW, BEAW. That's ShipStation.com. Go check that out and streamline your business now.
Toy. That's some deep stuff that you just said.
Yeah, so I think that's why like I have, and I even noticed it with myself because I've been training for 20 plus years now. I can see like the things that doesn't really bother me usually.
Yeah.
I can see when I don't train, like there's a period of time where I don't train, I can start seeing my fuss levels go up. I'm starting stressing over like little, like I call it bitch shit. I'm like, why am I being a fucking little bitch right now? Why do I even give a fuck that this
What's
happened?
an example of a bitch shit fuss?
Like when I'm level headed and I was able to feed my stress monster, then I'm zen. Like let's say Joe's having a bad day or Steve, Casey, anybody's having a bad day. I might go, hey, can you pass the salt or something? And someone just throws it at me or whatever. Because my stress levels are so low, I'm like, oh damn, I think Joe's having a bad day. I'm gonna try to talk to him a little bit more, you know? Versus if I don't have that, and he throws it at me, like, what the fuck? I take it personal. I think that's the biggest thing. I'm able to not take things so personal because I'm able to do that. So even I don't even really have road rage. Because I think you have road rage because you're taking things personal. When someone cuts you off, you think they're going, Franklin F. Smithereens, I'm cutting you off because I fucking know you and your social security number and I've been stalking. It's like, that fool doesn't even know who the fuck you are. He probably, slip of the wheel, he fucked up. He's late to work, has to take a shit. There's so many reasons why they cut you off without being directed towards you. And even when I don't train, I notice I have road rage because I'm starting to I want to make everything a problem.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah. Do you think that it would be healthy sometimes though to feel and feed some of that?
I do. I feed it in the morning every day when I train my ass off.
Oh, in the right way. I got you.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Damn, you're schooling me right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Like I have to do that. And then so when I feed it and I get my wiggles out, I get my stress things out, I really lower the stress level, and I really try not to take things personally.
Yeah, because you've said this before, and you've had this realization in the past, but the way it was explained before was more like you as a person, you tend to have higher levels of either anger or just more negative emotions. So when you're able to work out and release all that tension that you have in your body, then you're leveled. So that's how I would always take it. But now the way you're presenting it, it's in so many different other areas that are just more general.
Yeah.
That I'm like, oh shit, I can see that in a lot of people.
Yeah. It's
and myself.
I definitely think it's multi-layered.
Yeah.
I think like getting to, and when I'm saying working out, it could be anything, but I think if you get to a point where you're extremely present, and your mental and physical capacity is tested, I think that's the point where you're really trying to get rid of your wiggles and then your stress levels. So it doesn't even have to be working out, to be honest. It could even be like if you have a 3-hour guitar shred session, you come out of that, you're going to feel like this high and this zen, and you're just like, oh shit. Because I think you've tackled things.
Painting.
Yeah, or even painting for like just
meditating. I think that's why meditation's so popular right now.
Yeah, even
too.
that. It doesn't even have to be training. But I think like as animals, we're programmed, and it's innate for us to critically think for survival, right? Like, where's my next mate? Where's my next shelter? How do I hunt for food? And
our 5 basic needs, I think. There's 5 basic needs that we have. Did I just make that up?
That could be for humans.
Oh,
but
I
think
see.
for as an animal, which we are, and we forget that, there's very few basic needs. And because we live in first world countries, a lot of them are completely gone. So I think because we're not exercising that critical problem solving part of our brain, we now create problems out of nothing.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, do we need G-Star jeans or Wrangler jeans? One's $20, one's $200. But for us, we're like, oh, but the marketing and this doesn't really represent me. I mean, I wear G-Star. That's all I have. So I'm guilty of this. But why am I even spending this money? Because we're not exercising it enough, where you're like, oh, the marketing and the material and the branding and what it's all about. But someone that is really going through that shit, like someone in a third world country, they're not going to give a shit about that. Like, cover my ass and I'm good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Damn. Then, like, listening to this, I'm so glad I started this all-female podcast. Coming your way. This is a fucking sleazy plug, but coming your way. At the end of June, we're releasing our first episode.
Sick.
But I had removed myself so much from everything.
Yeah.
That luckily I have my girlfriends, and we would talk all the time. That at that point I was like, whoa, this is cool. Let's put this out into the masses. And I'm glad that I'm doing that now, because now I get like my little outlet, my little wiggles out in that way. And that's creative. And then just bonding, just being social, you know.
Yeah.
Like in the what do the animals do? They gather at the watering hole, you know? So that's gonna be that like outlet for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can always tell, like, I think just because I've trained so much too, I can feel people's energy. What?
You said peepers, and I thought that was cute. I didn't want to call you out. I just smiled.
I could feel people's energy, and I can almost just, upon meeting people, I can know if they train or not.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Just because I can feel that. I can feel that, oh, man, this guy's really antsy, and they are not level-headed. I could just feel it. And then also what I've noticed is people that actually train to the limits, like marathon runners, people that swim hella or fight like crazy, they're usually the happiest and most zen people that I know.
Damn, I want to debunk that now. Do I know anyone that trains their ass off and is a complete prick? I'll come back to you.
I really don't know. It's really hard for me to meet someone like that. Usually the people that I meet that train their ass off, they got so much of their wiggles out, they're just high on life. Think about someone.
I'm trying to. That's why I'm so quiet right now. I don't think I can. I don't know that many people.
Yeah, people that really push themselves. Like Frank, Ice One Cube, one of the happiest people I know. My coach Ron, John, some of the happiest people I know.
Damn.
They're just, because they know what it feels like to get punched in the face 20 times. That's stress.
Yeah, I think I need to get punched in the face.
Someone cutting you off, that's not stress.
Yeah.
You spilling water on the floor, not really stress. Even getting marks on your new shoes, not really that stress. Like, I'll go, oh, fuck, my white shoes. And then it goes away, done.
Yeah.
I don't dwell on it. It's cool. Of course, I'm going to be upset, but it's not getting punched in the face.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, no, I can't think of anyone at the moment. You might be right. I don't want to admit this, but you might be right.
Fine.
No, but I'm just happy that I'm able to just be just like have time to think. I think we've had this convo where you know, growing up a middle child and like huge gaps between my siblings, like that's all I really had time to do. And just growing up in a strict household, like that's all I could ever do is just think and think and think and think. And I was always wondering like, man, what do I feel like shit? And I would just internally dig and dig and dig and dig. Like, well, why is it? Well, it's because they said this. Well, why does that phrase make me sad? And I would keep digging and digging and digging.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you did that because now I won't be as hurt.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Even my mom, like I think that was like the day I told you about that
There's
in the morning.
definitely moments where I go, Mom Bear doesn't love her mom right now.
No, I love her a lot. But yeah.
Sometimes you throw her some shit pizzas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always apologize. I always apologize to her. So she was asking me, I don't know what, and I was just quick to reply. And she goes, she's so sweet, man. She goes, you know what? I've been noticing you've been really snappy these days. I know I'm an idiot, but you've been really, really snappy. And I was like, oh, Mom, I'm so sorry. I didn't know I was still doing it. I'm like, I've just been really, really stressed because I literally had just finished maybe 5 minutes texting you everything that I was going through. And my epiphany and stuff. And I was like, man, I'm so sorry. I just realized like it comes from stress. And she was like, I know, I've been there and whatever. She's like, but as your mom, I have to call you out on these things. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much. Please always call me out.
Skinny.
Yeah, she was really sweet.
Why don't you start just going for like a 20-minute jog before Taika wakes up every day?
Well, I'm not usually this way. It was just a bunch of shit shows that I'm like, so I was dealing with Japan stuff, right? The jet lag baby.
You're not usually this way.
Yeah.
But I think your status quo could also be lower too.
Okay, well, we'll get there once we get settled in.
Okay.
There's just been so many moving parts. And then the girl, like I'm putting that whole thing together basically by myself.
Yeah.
So it was just so many deadlines I'm having to meet that I'm just like, grrr. So once we get settled in and moved into this new spot, then yeah, I want to go on hikes more. I want to walk the dogs more. I want to just be active again. Like I need to move.
Because those things also limits insecurities too, I noticed. You know insecurities?
Oh, absolutely.
Insecurities is also a first world.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
It's a first world problem solve thing.
Yeah, like, ooh, my nose is whatever. It's like if you're fighting for your fucking life and you're wondering when you're going to eat next, I don't think you're worried about your nose.
Yeah, you don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah. Like I would have never gotten tits if I was in survival mode, but thank God I'm not. And I have this luxury.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Thanks. But
I think you should start it now. I think that's one big problem that people do is they wait. They always have to wait for everything. If you noticed, I train through the move. I'd rather
because you're not involved in any of it.
I'm still unpacking boxes and still doing a lot of stuff.
Come on.
No, I am though.
Okay, fine.
So I think it's people, they always wait for certain things. You have to make it a part of your life like you're eating. You're not going to skip 5 lunches.
I literally do.
You don't.
I do.
You stopped eating for 21 days straight?
No, but I can forget to eat the whole day.
But you still eat. You still sleep. That's what I mean. It needs to be a necessity. That problem solving thing, if you did your 20-minute sprint or whatever in the morning, you're going to be unpacking that much faster. The people around you during the whole day, your mom, me, everyone's going to be that much more pleasant.
Fine.
You're gonna be that much happier when you're doing it.
All right. Well, I gotta fit it in somehow. I'll start next week.
Okay.
It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Tomorrow's JK
Thursday.
Newsday.
Tomorrow's the perfect time to start.
I already have an appointment in the early AM.
What's the appointment?
I got rims for my car.
Oh, sick.
I know. So I need you to either lend me your car or you. Anyway, this is BTS conversation.
Then I don't see why
I'm starting on Monday.
I can't see why you can't sprint at 4 a.m.
I'm starting on Monday.
Or 3:30 a.m. if that's too late.
Because I'm not a morning person. Morning person for me is I wake up at 6. That's morning person as I'll ever get.
Okay, fine.
Hey, get off my back.
Fine. One step at a time.
You want me to get stressed? You want me to be a bitch again?
Go sprint right now.
Go do suicides.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to call suicide something else now.
Probably with the way it is now.
What do you call them? Fast ground touches.
Damn, that's true, huh? Suicide. You guys know what suicides are? If you guys ever play basketball, you're running these lanes, and
Or
you're
just sports.
Or sports. You're like you're
Or in
touching
Hell
here,
Week.
running back here, touch here, and it gets longer and longer and longer, and then usually like the last person has some sort of punishment, and I'm usually the last person because my cardio sucks.
Yeah.
But it's really good because you're doing like you have to get really fast and then slow down. Get really fast
And
slow
it feels
down.
like you're dying. That's why it's called suicides, because you're literally killing yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's like Bart said, you start from here and then you touch something really small. So you're like, oh, I can do this. And then you go back, you touch the starting point, and then you touch a longer space. And then you like end up doing like 3 times where you started, and you're just like, fuck, I'm gonna fucking die.
Yeah. I'm actually excited to build our basketball court in our backyard because I'm gonna start doing suicides.
Tight. I'm gonna join you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait. Like, I even look at our backyard. We have a big backyard, but granted, we had to move really far away. So, so I look at our backyard. I'm like, I'm just going to start running laps around this bitch because it's a really big backyard.
We could start doing suicides now. There's posts like every like 10 feet.
Yeah.
We just put on our trail shoes, get some grip on. Bam.
Yeah.
I'll be tight.
That would be tight. And then Ty could just be running around like a little maniac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the dogs watching, chasing after us. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, they're not running with us.
That's true.
They're
so lazy.
fucking lazy now. Bitch ass dogs. I love them so much.
Yeah.
They have so much room to run. It makes me so excited. If you guys don't subscribe to our YouTube, go to Bart and Geo, or just like search Bart and Geo, and then you'll see our entire life there. And you'll see our dogs, you'll see our cute kid, you'll see the house we're talking about, and you'll get like a deeper insight of who we are. I mean, this is pretty deep already, but at least you get a visual picture.
We also have Instagram too if you want to follow us. Bartquan, BARTKWAN.
I know I need to get better at Instagram, but mine is Geo_Antoinette.
You're doing pretty good. You post like once a week.
Nah, I know it's pretty bad.
That is pretty bad.
Yeah, you know why? You know why though? I try to be as present as I possibly can, and now because I spend so much time with Taika, I want to be there with him.
That's
like
so
anytime
sick.
I can't be with him,
Yeah.
I feel so fucking guilty because I'm like, this is a reason why I'm fucking not doing anything else. Because I want to be with him, so I try not to be on my phone, and because I'm not on my phone, I'm not taking pictures for content.
Can I call you on your bullshit right now?
Yeah.
Because you do stories almost every day.
Can you check when the last time I did stories?
No.
Yeah, I'll pull it up right now. Oh, that's not even my phone.
That's a funny phone over there.
I can't remember. Oh, you know what? I didn't do a story. It wasn't my own story.
Because you did a story of Taika pooping. That was so cute.
Yeah, that was last week.
Oh, okay, fine. Fine. Take that back.
Yeah, I don't do it all the time.
I take it back.
And then this is my lazy, like, hey, I'm still alive, is if I'm like scrolling on Instagram and I see something I like, I'll just repost that and that goes to my story.
Yeah.
And then that's the end of that. But yeah, I'll be better at posting. I should be better at posting. But I'm going to start posting more because we took a bunch of really dope pictures for promotional photos for our podcast.
I know, those are sick. I like
hey,
them a lot.
bitch. That's what it's called.
I like them a lot. They're sick.
Yeah. Because it's a term of endearment between girls. Like, hey, bitch.
Yeah.
I like, bye, bitch. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I've got, folks.
That's awesome.
That was my epiphany. I hope you guys learned something from that.
That's cool that we're able to share like one of our real time struggles and problems and work it out with you guys.
Yeah.
'Cause a lot of the other stuff we talk about, they're more in the past, and we've had lots of time to think about them, and then lots of healing, and then we're able to like give you a very composed and more thought out solution. Whereas this one, we worked it out. Like this is something that was last week, and we're still finding
This week,
and we're still finding new things about it and working out with you guys. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And this is something that you guys will learn too, if you haven't already. It's you just constantly have to work at everything. Yeah. Literally everything. You have to work on your body, on your mind, on your marriage, on your boyfriend, girlfriend, on yourself. Like nothing is like literally everything is just flowing water.
Yeah.
Like it's never the same. It's never the fucking same.
Yeah.
And if it is the same, then you're in a bad place. If everything's mundane and everything is like Groundhog's Day, some shit has to change because that's bad news.
Yeah.
And it's hard. Life is hard. But I guess it's if you look at it half empty or half full, right?
Life is hard. Life's meant to be hard.
Why though? We're just going to die.
Because there's nothing, if it's not hard, then there's no purpose.
Right. And then we just want to die.
Yeah. Everything is hard. You think planets rotating around each other is easy?
They make it look really easy.
It's really hard because they're missing asteroids all the time.
That's so cute. You made me just feel bad for the planets. You gave planets a soul.
They're missing
That's
asteroids.
fucking cute.
Yeah, and they're like
oh, don't hit me.
Don't you think they miss each other? Like Mars and like Earth, they're like, oh, see you again.
How cute.
And then they go to this part, like, oh, I'm cold, it's winter. Like,
how the fuck do you make everything so fucking cute?
I don't know.
That's fucking cute.
Yeah, they all miss each other.
I pictured like Asian drawing. Like, you know how Asian like marketing is super cutey?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, like the sun has like really big eyes.
He's wearing sunglasses.
And he has like, he has sunglasses?
Yeah, all my sons have sunglasses.
He's the one creating the light though.
That's true. No, he doesn't need it.
And he has like little red cheeks.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that's it.
Oh, that's it. All right. Well, cool. Thank you guys for tuning in. This episode sponsored by Clutter, Away, ShipStation, and always our gym and fitness apparel brand, Barbell Brigade. See you guys next time. Peace.